What's up, guys? Just enjoying a beautiful fucking spring day here in Indiana. Um, Grass is out of control, life's out of control. You know, everything's kind of fucked up right now. But chickens are loving it. I don't know if you can hear them now, but chickens are fucking absolutely loving this wet weather. So I got a piece of plywood behind my house by the coop, and it'll rain real hard, and I'll go out there and flip that piece of plywood back and forth every couple of days. And, it's like turning a rock over, when you're a kid and all the fucking worms and bugs and shit like that come fucking turning up, and them chickens will just go in there and start eating shit. They fucking love it. Absolutely love it. And, sometimes I just fucking sit out here for 10, 15 minutes at a time just watching them. So, I mean, if you're in a neighborhood where you can have chickens, it's a pretty fucking cool thing. I don't know, it's like a fucking relaxation thing for me. It just kind of calms me down. I just kind of like watching them. But anyway, so I've been getting, some questions on different compounds and stuff like that you guys are wanting to run. And it's like, I think it's because we're getting close to summer. I've been getting the trend question a lot. It's like, hey, I'm running this. Some people might be on like low dose kind of HRT kind of stuff. It's like, hey, you think I should run a little trend right now? It's like, well, the first thing I'm going to ask is, can you see your abs? Because if you can see your abs, it's a good, identifier that you're getting towards a lower body fat percentage, right? Usually it's like 15% is kind of when you can look in the mirror and, kind of flex, and they start to, even if you're still a little soft, they'll start to show through a little bit. And then the further down you go, you start getting veins and shit like that. So like if you don't have a measuring device for checking your body fat percentage, this is a loose way to tell, right? Is, even fasted in the morning, I take progress pictures once a week. So, if you're fasted in the morning, you're standing there and not even really flexing, you can kind of see your little turtle shell coming through. So number one, I don't touch trend if you can't see your fucking abs, right? You're not gonna get the fucking full benefit. You're not gonna get all of the cosmetic effects. You're not gonna be able to push the food up very high, to build muscle. Because like when I think of trend, it's like, okay, I want to eat more, and I'm not going to take trend if I'm not trying to build muscle, right? So, um, for a cosmetic effect, yeah, still you want to be able to see your abs. Like, if you're doing it solely for strength or whatever, I just fucking take Anadrol, just for a short run, just to bust a fucking couple of PRs, out off, and then pull out of it. But so seeing your abs, right? That is the most important thing for really anything, anything bodybuilding related. Like, there's no point in really running the drug load up really high, if you're not fucking. So like industry standards 10%. If you're not fucking 10%, you're pissing in the fucking wind, dude. Your nutrient partitioning is not going to be, it's not going to be where it needs to be to fucking put muscle on, right? And that's the fucking whole purpose of taking PEDs and all that shit, is just to fucking put muscle mass on. And, my first cycle, dude, I was looking back at pictures, I was probably 15%, when I started my blast. I was working with a coach that, not to fucking talk trash. I don't want to fucking talk shit about somebody else's business, but we should have stayed in a fucking cut, probably another 2 months or whatever, month and a half, just to really get close, get down to that fucking 10%, get the fucking skin real thin, where you see fucking veins all over the place. And that's going to lead to a much more productive growth phase, right? So even from a fucking like an HRT or a TRT perspective, you want to get fucking lean. I mean, I won't say lean is law, because that's kind of gay. It's like an excuse not to put on fucking size, right? Because even where I'm at right now, with this cycle, the food is fucking real high. I mean, I'm eating 1,000 grams of carbs twice a week, you know. Fucking, I'm like, I have to add it up again. It's like high 6, low 700 grams of carbs just on my fucking base days. So, I mean, it's a bunch of food. And your body is not gonna put those carbs to good use if if you can't see your abs. We'll just say fucking, yeah, that 10 to 12%. If you can get down to single digits, buddy, fucking go for it, because that just means you're going to be able to eat more food for longer, and which essentially you're going to be able to put on more muscle. So if you're single digits when you start your blast, maybe instead of 6 months, you could fucking push it to 9 months or whatever before, you start getting fucking fat or whatever. At the end, towards the end of a fucking growth phase, it's all right. Get a little retarded, try to fucking push ramp everything up the fucking last month, and then pull out of it and go down for a fucking health phase. But, as far as getting ready for summer, like, what is it? Fucking, we're heading into May right now. So like all you guys should be fucking working your ass off. I mean, being in a fucking deficit, just trying to drive your body fat down as far as you can. And, because we're all doing this for fucking, I don't want to say vanity, but, cosmetic reasons. Like, even me, I have bodybuilding fucking goals, physique goals for size and stuff like that. But dude, I want to look good this summer. I want to look fucking peeled. And, Tren is a good way to fucking look diced, you look fucking crazy when you're on it. But like, if you're fat, you know what I mean? If you can't see your abs, you ain't gonna look that fucking crazy. You might get a little fucking bicep vein or a little fucking shoulder vein or whatever, depending on how much size you got on you or whatever. But, that lean, fucking dense, hard, vascular look that fucking a lot of people want is just not going to be achievable, even on Tren. You know what I mean? You could be taking fucking 500 mgs, and, if you're fucking 15 to 20% body fat, you're still going to fucking, everybody's got the Rich Piana mentality still. It's like, eat big to get big. But yeah, if you're fucking fat, you're fucking pissing in the wind. So, just got to use a little, I'm going to say common sense, but just kind of work it out. Like, be honest with yourself about where you're at before, you start fucking around with different compounds. You know what I mean? Like, you can do, even on a cut, if you're trying to get ready for summer, right? So let's say you're at 15% body fat and it's March right now. Say you're on 500 test and fucking 200 EQ or whatever. And, you're working your body fat down. Well, as it gets closer to summer, maybe you're at 12% body fat towards the end of May or whatever. Maybe then add a little bit of Tren in. But if you're at 12%, you're going to be able to see your abs, you know what I mean? And that's just, I don't know. I can't fucking stress it enough. It's like, do not run your drug load up high until you're fucking lean. So when I started this cycle that I'm on now, I was single digit body fat, you know what I mean? And we're fucking almost 9 months into this now. Put on, a little over 20 pounds of fucking lean tissue in that time period. And, I still got fucking, I'm probably 12% right now. So I went from single digits to fucking 12%, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to fucking jerk my chain too hard here. We'll call it fucking 13. But I still got oblique veins. It's like my stomach's not rolling over or anything like that. So that should be your fucking goal. And like, you really only have to do this once. That's the other thing I wanted to say is like, if you get really, really fucking lean, talking single digit body fat, just you get to 10%, just be fucking patient, right? Go ahead, run it another fucking 2 months. Try to get down to those single digit, body fat numbers. And it is going to fix your metabolic rate to where you never, ever, you're not going to have to fucking go on a crazy cut ever again. You know what I mean? Because even now, like I pull, you know, we pull the drugs out, we go down to a fucking cruise. It's not like I'm gonna fucking blow up and get fucking fat. You know what I mean? I'm gonna diet down a little bit, just because my body's not gonna be able to handle all this food. Um, but it's not like I'm gonna blow the fuck up. You know what I mean? You really only have to get lean once, right? So no matter if you're at 20% body fat, guys, just fucking, or if you're at 15%, you know, and you're struggling to fucking just get abs, because at 15%, your fucking abs are pretty much gone. You know what I mean? You might be able to do like some arms above the head, posing in the fucking mirror, you know, to get them to show a little, you know, that soft six-pack look or whatever. But just fucking be patient, you know, just run your body fat down. You're only gonna have to do it one time, and then, you know, you can fuck around, you can run trend, you can run fucking basically whatever and actually use it, and actually be able to use food and put on fucking muscle, which is the whole fucking point, right? Is to fucking look good, feel good, fuck good, you know, and keep progressing year after year. But you're not going to do it well, you know, if you don't get lean first. I mean, you know, maybe if you want to do that fucking the power lifter look or whatever, but you know, that's fucking, I don't know, you know, nobody cares how much you can bench. I mean, to a certain extent, but you know, a lot of us are doing this for fucking to look good, right? You know, and you know, I've only talked to maybe one or two guys that kind of want to be fat looking, but they've never been lean. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's almost like a coping mechanism. So that's kind of where I want to end it. You know, I just fucking be honest with yourself. Think about where you're at, you know, think about your goals. You know, I guess that's the other thing too, is you have a fucking, instead of like, well, I don't like the way I look right now, so, you know, I want to run a cycle, I'm going to run trend, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you're really not going to get anywhere hating the way that you look. You will make progress if you have a fucking vision of where you're trying to go with your physique. Like, I have a fucking, I wrote this shit down, right? Like, I got a very specific look, body weight, body composition that I'm going for, you know, and that kind of helps you set your cycles up, set your food up, set your year up, you know what I mean? Because it's a year after year, you know, you're going to be running these things year after year to get to your goals, you know, and you got to get lean first. It's the only way, and you really only have to do it one time. You know, as long as you fucking stay disciplined and, you know, you're not a complete dumb fuck, you know, when you go to push up for size and you totally crash your insulin sensitivity, you're only have to get lean once, boys. So, everybody have a fucking solid, what is it, March? Just fucking keep going, keep fucking lifting hard, keep eating. Let me know if you need anything.